On the evening of Wednesday, February 5th, 2025, the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club 1895 at Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos was filled with solemn reflections and heartfelt memories as dignitaries, family members, and well-wishers gathered for the night of tributes in honor of the late retired Group Captain Ita David Ikpeme, CON. A distinguished Nigerian Air Force officer, administrator, and revered community leader, Group Captain Ikpeme, 1935 to 2024, hailed from Cross River State and had an illustrious career marked by service, excellence, and dedication to nation building. He earned a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from the University of London, before embarking on a remarkable journey in the military. In 1976, under the regime of General Olusegun Obasanjo, he became the first military governor of Ondo State, where he spearheaded groundbreaking infrastructural developments, particularly in Akure. Beyond his military service, he ventured into business, co-owning Bailey Bridges Nigeria and serving on the boards of Ekondo Microfinance Bank and Davandi Finance and Securities Limited. He also held the esteemed position of Chairman, Board of Trustees of Lagos Lawn Tennis Club 1895 and played a pivotal role in the EFIC National Association. A devoted family man, he was married to the late Benedicta Tinuade Ikpeme and is survived by his children and grandchildren. He passed away on December 5th, 2024, at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy of leadership, integrity, and unwavering commitment to community service. The night of tributes was graced by esteemed members of the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, children, grandchildren, extended family members, friends, and close associates of the deceased. Representing the president of the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, Temitope Abere, was the vice president, architect Oladipupo Olatunde. The event also saw the presence of past presidents and members of the Board of Trustees, including Captain Yemisi Allen, Rear Admiral Anthony Okonlawoni, retired, Are Olumuyiwa Omishade, and Barrister Kolade Olutekunbi. Distinguished guests in attendance included His Royal Highness Eteyin Dr. Asukwo Ekpeyon, OON, NPOM, Professor Adele Jinodu, Sir Prince Adeyemi Olateru Olagbegi, Group Captain Murtala Salami Mohammed, MNI, representing the Nigerian Air Force, Prince Dakbo Adelegon, Barrister Prince Rotimiedu, Olori Ladun Shijuaje, representing the Shijuaje family, Chief Bassi Ikpeme, brother of the deceased, and Obonwanam, Barrister Marie Ikpeme Erete, Queen Arug II, Umbogamo Miso I of Edit Nation, among others. The event was expertly anchored by Prince Bisiolatilo, alongside the Publicity Secretary of Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, Kunle Oyekomi. It commenced with an opening prayer led by Pastor Chris Odunfodurin, setting the stage for an evening of deep reflection and celebration of a life well lived. In his opening remarks, architect Oladipupo Olatunde welcomed guests and described the night as an opportunity to honor a man whose impact was felt across various spheres of life.
On behalf of the President, Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, the Board of Trustees, and the executive members and distinguished members of Lagos Lawn Tennis Club. I just want to welcome all of you for being here tonight. It will be a night of sober reflection, a night of maybe joyful moments, and whatever it is you want to call it tonight. We want to welcome the family. You are most welcome. Welcome friends, colleagues of Baba, every one of us. You are welcome this evening. Thank you very much. You'll hear more from me because, like he said, I was in a hurry to talk about Baba, but now I'll take it easy. Thank you very much. God bless you.
A touching presentation by members of the Men's Auxiliary Society from the Methodist Church of the Trinity, led by Sir Bitulusun, paid tribute to the deceased's humility, love, and meritorious contributions to the church, which earned him the position of patron. This was followed by a rendition of the school anthem by Sir Etim Amana, representing the Old Boys Association of Methodist Boys High School, Oron, in memory of their distinguished alumnus. Prince Bisiolatilo then took the audience through an elaborate profile of the late group captain, highlighting his exceptional contributions to military service, governance, business, and community development. A minute of silence was observed in memory of the late Prince Oluseyi Lufadeju, chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, REDEN, who had recently passed away. Vice President of the Lagos Lawn Tennis Club, architect Oladipupo Olatunde, speaking on behalf of the president, described the deceased as a great man whose impact on people's lives was immeasurable, adding that his memory would remain alive in their hearts forever.
The chairman board of trustees was a great man. I can open my mouth and tell you that. He played his constitutional role as a member of the board. But beyond that, he played significant roles in the lives of people here. I am one of them. I can beat my chest and tell you that. Papa Ita David Ikpeme will live in our hearts forever. He's played so many roles, like I said before, people will still come out and talk about all the various roles.
Rear Admiral Anthony Okonlawoni, retired, former president and trustee of the club, reflected on the cherished moments shared with the deceased, acknowledging that Captain Ikpeme lived a life worthy of celebration.
Baba lived a good life. And most of the time, when I was president of this club in 2008 to 10, he played a vital role. Yes, we'll miss him. We started missing him almost about a year ago, but he lives in our hearts because he's a very good man, very, very good man. And I can attest to that. I'm sure he's looking at us like Chris Enauro used to say. He said when he dies, he will sit down there and will be watching us still drinking and playing tennis until we come and join him. So Baba lived well, and may his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Engineer E. Abure shared personal experiences that underscored his close bond with Captain Ikpeme, emphasizing that his influence and wisdom would never be forgotten.
And I found that so revealing about the type of person he was, that after that day, anytime I call him, the first thing he would say to me is, "Abure, my friend, how are you today?" And I say, "Baba treats me like a friend, even though I have nothing." And that's why I said he will be my father for the rest of my life.
Your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for our Papa of all of us.
And I try as much as possible to relate to him that he will ever remain in our hearts. He's done his part, and we will never forget him. Thank you very much.
Saxophonist Jeffrey then serenaded the audience with soul-stirring praise and worship music, providing a moment of deep contemplation.
Also dance. Everybody stand up and dance. The man died at 89. Impacted so much. Dance, which are you doing? If I'm out now, Papa, now dance with us here.
Dr. Hammer Charles, a close friend, described Captain Ikpeme as a noble and humble man whose life commanded respect across generations.
Every aspect of his life actually deserved respect. The way he related with his wife, the way he related with his children, the way he related to friends, both those that were older than him, those that were his mates, and those like myself that were much younger than him. You see, I think there was a saying that, to have respect for people that are older than you is expected of you. To have respect for people that are your equals is civility. And to have respect for people who are not your mates, they are younger than you, they are in every way, that is an act of nobility. Ete was a noble man. He was a noble man.
Olori Ladun Shijuaje, representing the Shijuaje family, spoke of the warm relationship she shared with him, describing him as the best of the best, a father figure and beloved uncle.
Kawesi used to address him as Babu Okon, and we all got used to addressing him as that, even though I regarded him as an older uncle.
It's even better for us.
Because Mama Okon was Kawesi's first wife's youngest sister, Chief Mrs. Atinuke Ikpeme. Now, we all had a very, very warm relationship in the family. When I lost my mother, which was about 10 years ago, Baba Okon was there with us right through, coming to see me. And he kept saying, Olori, are you sure you're all right? I know you were very, very close to Mama. Will you be able to cope? I lied. I kept saying, yes, uncle, I will cope. A year afterwards, Kawesi passed on. Baba Okon came round. And one thing he now said to me was that, I know they've all gone, but remember, you've got someone like me here as your uncle, your father figure, your brother, and your big friend. I was overwhelmed because I didn't expect that. Someone who's going to be, if he was still around, we'd say he's going to be 90. I stand here today to honor a great man, an officer, and a gentleman, the best of all best, the last man standing amongst Kaweesi's in-laws, who stood tall and strong as a father and an uncle to me and my children. May his soul rest in perfect peace.
Are Olumuyiwa Omishade, a former president of the club, praised Captain Ikpeme's humility and wisdom, while His Royal Highness Etinyin Dr. Asukwo Ekpeyong, OON, NPOM, described him as a natural leader and a falling Iroko.
So he's so humble, very humble person. He's somebody that we learn a lot from him because age is supposed to go with wisdom. He has that wisdom. And like Admiral Oni said, he's a peaceful man. He will speak is broken. Me, I know there for this while now. So may his soul rest in perfect peace. We surely miss him. Thank you very much.
To us, we feel that an Iroko has fallen. Yes, I'm the clan head of Bokoni Obatam, but the man who has passed on was a natural leader. He was indeed a leader from any aspect you can consider. You've heard all what has been said about him today. It is what we know very well. Those qualities are his. Back home, he did a lot to uplift our community, not just the Eneomabatum community, the Efik community. He uplifted the community to a height that we are doubting who can step into his shoes.
His brother, Chief Bassi Ikpeme, expressed deep grief, recalling the deceased's kindness and widespread admiration. His sister, Ikama Grace Oluseyi, also shared touching memories of her brother's loving and caring nature.
My dead brother was just wonderful. As Chief that is a teen said, he's an Iroko, gone, believe you me, because he was just a wonderful personality. And in fact, everybody loved him, as it is said that eternally cherished. That is exactly what is happening here. And in this club, since he came in here, he had been very wonderful with the members. Now he's gone. But I know very well that his legacy keep running forever amongst us. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Brother.
Barrister Kolade Olutekunbi, Barrister Prince Rotimiedu, and Barrister Queen Marie Ikpeme Irete each recounted their deep connections with the late group captain, highlighting his humility, kindness, and peacemaking spirit.
He was a great man. His life is a volume of textbooks to read. And for us, the new generation, we have a lot to emulate from his life. And the question we must all ask ourselves, one day, when people gather like this, what would they say about us? Thank you.
Baba ensures that this club stays at one as one. He's a unifying factor for us. When I come on Sundays, I'll sit down with him by the center there, where he normally, like Olutekunbi said, have his nail. And Baba was my drinking partner. I would say, excuse sir, take one, just take one on me. You say, no, I'm okay. I would say, you will take it, or you take it home, or I put it in your pocket. We do joke a lot. May his gentle soul rest in perfect peace.
I knew him only, I interacted with him only in the last 10 years. And in that time, I knew him as a peacemaker, a mediator. He would take two warring parties and totally calm them down. I have experienced a few of them in my time. He was a wonderful man, a kind man. Everything that's been said about him is what I know of him. And I thank God that he is in a lovely repose with his Father in heaven. He was a wonderful father to me, a great advisor, and a peacemaker.
Prince Dakbo Adilegon, speaking on behalf of the people of Ondo State, expressed gratitude for the life and service of Captain Ikpeme, recognizing his lasting impact on the state.
We thank God for his life. It's a celebration. I lost my father 50 years ago, but he has been like a father figure. Very kind, very accommodating, and wise. So I'm not mourning him. I'm just thanking God for the life he lived. We're all going to try and emulate it. And I thank God for the children. David, all of them, they will continue to carry the flag. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
The evening featured a special performance of Luther Vandross's Dance with My Father by the deceased grandchildren, as well as a vibrant cultural display by an ethnic troupe. More tributes followed from Ita Wea Ikpeme, Brother Akin Ajayi, and Prince Adeyemi Olatirolagbegi, representing the Methodist Church of the Trinity, all describing the deceased as a devoted Christian. Representing the Nigerian Air Force, retired Group Captain Murtala Salami Muhammad, MNI, praised Captain Ikpeme's remarkable military career and leadership qualities.
If we keep talking about Oga David Ikpeme, we could talk the whole night. Everybody has already said, but I thought you needed to at least have this void filled about his life in the Air Force, his sojourn, and what culminated. And it was very little surprising that after the retirement, Cross River State found him fit to be awarded one of the highest honors of the land. That is the Commander of the Order of the Niger. And they recommended him, and the federal government gave him the title. May his soul rest in peace. May children, may God be with you and your grandchildren and the grandchildren. And we thank you, like an elder has just said, for standing very well behind your dad, especially at the late hours when he needed your help. May God be with you all. God bless.
Etete Ikpeme, son of the deceased, described his father as a man of great virtue who would be deeply missed. David Ikpeme Jr. expressed gratitude to everyone who attended, describing his father as second only to God in his life. His daughters, Olayinka Ikpeme and Ikwo Ikpeme, shared heartfelt reflections on their father's brilliance, care, and unwavering love. Sir Prince Adeyemi Olatirolagbegi, a distinguished knight of the Methodist Church, thanked everyone for the overwhelming show of love and support.
I want to thank you all for finding time to come and pay tribute to our late dad. There's a saying, some people say, let me use pidgin. They say, after God, now you. Believe you me, I stand here and I tell you, after my Lord Jesus Christ is this man. Believe
Fantastic.
Me.
That's from
And
his
I'm not
heart.
going to say more than that.
Papi, as I always call you, your strength, your kindness, and your unwavering love will always be with me. I will hold on to that even when the days feel long and the aches in my heart feels heavy. Thank you for being the hero in my life, for being the guide that helped shape who I am today. I will miss you forever, but I will never, ever forget you. Rest in peace, Papi. Your legacy lives on in all of us. Thank you so much.
A soulful solo performance by Dupe Oshomo followed, further deepening the emotional ambience of the evening. Representing the Ogudu GRA residents, Pastor Chris Odufodunrin lauded Captain Ikpeme's humility and good nature, sharing personal encounters that exemplified his admirable qualities. Mrs. Bassi David Ikpeme, daughter-in-law of the deceased, delivered a stirring song tribute in his honor. As the event drew to a close, Olayinka Ikpeme delivered a heartfelt vote of thanks, expressing deep appreciation to everyone who gathered to honor the legacy of retired Group Captain Ita David Ikpeme, CON. Thus, the night of tributes concluded on a poignant yet celebratory note, a fitting homage to a life dedicated to service, leadership, and humanity.